Councillor Brown.
Thank you. Bringing this report forward today on behalf of my colleague Councillor Gellerman, who's unable to be with us, and I'm sure colleague Councillor Conti will also wish to comment on this. As an administration over the last 3.5 years, we've been very proud to really promote the narrative of being 6 towns, 1 city, and overseeing a real turnaround in the fortunes of those towns and of our city overall, making us 10th fastest growing economy outside London and the South East. And the details around some of those schemes that have come forward, for example, starting in the north of the city, Tunstall, the Town Hall scheme that's coming forward to better utilise historic buildings, and also Tunstall as a town has very heavily benefited from the Ceramic Valley Enterprise Zone that within the last 2.5 years brought forward nearly 2,000 jobs and brought forward brownfield sites for regeneration. In Burslem itself, undergoing a resurgence of historic buildings being brought back into use, including the old Town Hall and the School of Art, and also, who can forget the fantastic experience over the last 6 weeks of the poppies from the Tower of London being at Middleport and being viewed by over 100,000 visitors to Middleport and bringing approximately £4 million into the economy of the city. Here in fantastic Stoke town, the resurrection of the Spode site has seen new life starting to come here. The development, of course, of the former Victoria ground as well, that lain dormant for many years, seen houses come forward on that site, and of course the investment of Staffordshire University, now wholly based here within Stoke-on-Trent and specifically within Stoke on the edge of Stoke town. Fenton, of course, a forgotten town, certainly not forgotten underneath this administration, which has seen investment across a number of housing sites within the town. And finally, my hometown, Longton, where we brought forward a Heritage Action Zone, one of just 8 within the UK, seeing, again, investment being brought forward into the town, and again, the Town Hall scheme shortly to come to life, bringing back into use a historic landmark Town Hall. We have a proven record of investment as an administration, bringing forward investment, transformation and delivery right across Stoke-on-Trent, accelerating regeneration of our city because it deserves it. And within Hanley itself, the final town, we've turned the Smithfield buildings into a success, securing new businesses within Smithfield too, public sector partners as well coming together with ourselves in Smithfield 1. And of course, I was up there on Friday looking out the window, seeing the groundworks going in for the 4-star Hilton Garden Inn Hotel, and also the high-quality apartments coming out of the ground as well, which will change the city's offer and encourage more variety in terms of housing options for our residents and those who wish to come here to live and work. And colleagues will, of course, be aware of the Unity Walk site, formerly known as the East-West Precinct, and the history around that site as a regeneration site, and specifically the major retail leisure-led development. Colleagues will also be aware that that scheme, led by Realis, has stalled in recent months, and the site has increasingly deteriorated and become an eyesore that has been raised to our attention, as well as ourselves, by residents. This report today details the opportunity that is there for the City Council around this key site and also the potential for future development, focusing around community, commercial, leisure and residential uses that complement Hanley and the activity that goes on there already. As colleagues know only too well, there are a number of issues at the moment in the city centre that we have been proactive on, and this proposal is, if the report is agreed today, for demolition of the East-West Precinct site to start in the next few months to bring forward a cleared site, bringing that forward to be used for a number of temporary uses, potentially including much-needed car parking to support the growing city centre, whilst a longer-term option appraisal is worked up and confirmed with the Cabinet. So the report here today proposes that Cabinet request that Council agree a variation of our ambitious capital investment programme to allow purchase of the site and procurement of works and services, alongside delegation to Cabinet colleagues around the works and the temporary usage, with a further report expected in due course around further development of the site. There is a list of the properties included within the site at 3.4 and also shown on the map in Appendix 1. And it's worth noting at this point that all come forward vacant except for Iceland Frozen Food, who have a full repairing lease until 2030 and will be remaining as most welcome on that site going forward. I'll reiterate the comments that I made at the start of this report around the ambition of this administration and the leadership it's shown in creating a city we can all be proud of, and the importance of our role as a council in creating a place where people want to live, work and do business. We have a track record of demonstrating that leadership required to make it to make our city a success without blaming others and delivering on our vision and priorities. And I will move the recommendations at 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 and 2.4 as written. Thank you.